Hello and welcome to the PM Show, your weekly roundup of what's new and going on in the PM world. How are we doing this morning, gentlemen? We all good?
Fine, thank you very much. It's finally stopped raining here.
Yeah, we haven't had any, and it's been gorgeous yesterday afternoon. It was really nice, and I was out with the dog last night because it was really nice weather, and this morning it's been beautiful as well.
It rained for pretty much 36 hours, I'd say, without stopping, yeah. And it's gone from being, I don't know, not last night, night before, it was about 18 degrees at night, and last night it was 7 degrees.
Yeah, see, winter's coming. That's it now.
Yeah.
Winter is amongst us.
Yeah.
So, yes, as Matt pointed out before we came on air, that Christmas is coming. The Grinch.
It won't be long.
It won't be long. The nights are drawing in because it was dark by 8 o'clock last night. Came back with the dog. It was proper getting dark. So, yeah.
But the good thing is, it brings modelling season.
It does, because now we're back into modelling season if you're in the Northern Hemisphere.
Yeah.
So, yes, that's it now. So those dark, horrible evenings or wet weather, you can get going with some modelling again. Because there's definitely a thing, it is, and I see it from, obviously, with the flooring model side, but also we've seen it with the PM side this year, opposed to COVID years, whereas, obviously, you get a little bit of a downturn in the summer, where, obviously, everybody doesn't want to be stuck, and, I'm the same. Being stuck in here when it's like 33 degrees in here is not pleasant. We had 37 degrees when we had that hot weather with the studio lights and trying to paint and weather, and all your weathering goes straight off. You put it on your model and it's dry within a second. Your oils go off, So, yes, it's nicer to do it in the winter, I think. Bit cooler temperatures. Unless you're Nathan, and then he's freezing in his garage.
Yes.
Huddled around his one bar fire,
Yeah.
So, yes, never mind. He's in that sweet spot at the moment where he's probably not too chilly and not too cold. So, good job. Right, okay, so a couple of new things in this week. Ta-da! We have the Sunderland. Very nice indeed. It's the one we spoke about. That's in.
They've all gone out for pre-orders. Apologies for the mix-ups of the PayPal invoices that I've sent out. So some people might get them and it'll say Abteilung Oil.
Oh,
but
okay.
I've changed them all because that's just the default. It sets it to in PayPal, and the that wasn't for the Sunderland. That was actually for the Martin Marylands, but the text was too long and it defaulted to, and I didn't catch it. So
fair enough. So you're not actually getting some Abteilung, you are getting a model kit.
Not for 40 quid, no.
40 odd quid, yeah, that's it. Expensive stuff. Anyway, Sunderlands are in now, so obviously the pre-order is closed for that, the discounted price. So our normal price for this one is just £49.50. And I still got an itch to scratch there, I tell you. Now it's there, I'm like, because we've done the reviews and things, and it's like, I still would like to do one. But no, I'm not doing a VAC Form 148 or whatever it is.
Matt's got his at the shop.
Yes.
I know it's not. I know it's the other kit, but it does look nice when
it does. Yes.
Built up.
Yes.
I must admit.
Very nice indeed. Sea Kings. We got Sea Kings in stock as well. Obviously, the Great Wall Hobbies Tomcat. We spoke about it on yesterday's show. Honestly, as I said before, it's a lot more expensive, and probably, in fact, we are nigh on 99% certain that any more we get in are going to be a lot more expensive. So this is a very limited price on this one. So if you do fancy it, it's the same price as the Tamiya kit. So take your chances and all the rest of it with that particular one. But as I said, I'm pretty sure if we get any more of those in, they're going to be over 100 quid easy. So watch this space. But say some very nice markings in those. So grab it, because once they are gone, that will be at that price. So yes, good job there. And obviously T-Rex. Everyone needs a T-Rex.
What did your wife-to-be say in 3 weeks' time, is it?
3 weeks tomorrow.
3 weeks tomorrow.
That's it. My bachelor lifestyle ends, like I ever had one.
Yeah. What did she say when she saw it first?
She was like, you can build me that, I'll have that. So, yes. So, I've never done anything like that in my life, so I will be doing it, and I just have no clue where you'd start. So,
is it going to be like a 2-year-old painted it?
Yeah, it's going to be in Dazzle Camo, I reckon.
Dazzle Camo, yeah.
So, but yeah. That's it. It's going to be, what, I don't know, dark ghost grey on the top, light ghost grey underneath. That'll do. Be like a shark. But again, really, really nice kit with that one. And say full review is up with there, but say I will be getting round to doing that. That's a wedding present from me. Phil, aged 3 3/4. Gonna do it in poster paint because I don't even know where you'd start. Very nice kit there. And the other one we forgot to mention last week, but is finally here, is the Flyhawks. Beautiful little Dauntless. So it's a 72nd scale one, but lovely detail, full interior. That looks very, very nice. And obviously got the bonus one as well, so we get the photo etch and the resin wheels.
Yep.
So why does it look like it comes with twin wheels then?
It's strange, isn't it?
Well, you don't need 4, do you? Is it 2 different versions of wheels, is it?
I don't know. It said sagged wheels there as well, didn't it?
I think they mean weight on wheels. I think that's what they mean. There's a bit of perhaps you get one normal and one sagged.
But don't quote us on that though.
Yeah, don't quote us on that. I don't know. But anyway, you get master set as well, which is pretty essential for that scale especially. So, but that does look really, really nice, as I say, in the 72nd. Beautiful little kit. Very nice indeed. So this is the upgraded edition at just £32.99. So
fly off normally to ships, don't they? So
something a little bit different.
Dipping into the aircraft market.
Yes. Okay, so that's the new arrivals down in there, and then if we go over back into the store, special section. And so got a nice bit of Airfix down in here as well. So if you want to grab any of the Airfix ones, as I say, the lovely Harrier kit. And those Harrier kits, I've built them all apart from that one, and I've got it here. That's the weird thing to it. I've actually got that one here, not in that boxing, the original boxing. So that could be a turkey shootish build as well.
I've built that. It's upstairs. That GR1, because I got some aftermarket decals, because I think Extra Decal did a set, so I've got some set of decals for them somewhere, what's left anyway, some nice schemes in that. You could do the nice Norwegian one. Yeah. Is it? So, not in that box, I meant with the aftermarket decals, so. Yeah. Yeah.
So nice really, really nice, very nice. Yeah, definitely. And we've got obviously the Jungly, the HC4, and a few of the other bits from Airfix down in there as well, so if you want to grab those. There we go, we've got a discount on the Tamiya F14, so if you wanted to go down that way, but that's obviously the A, that's the Alpha model.
That's the launch edition one, isn't it?
That's the launch one, so it's got slaps, flats, kneeling down, all the rest of it with that particular one, so that's very nice indeed. And some of the usual bits and pieces we've had in here.
Oh, that's the one.
Oh, we've gone out of stock. Oh, look, out of stock. Quick, change that one out to something. So, yes. So, again, keep an eye on this one. As things go, they get replaced. And not this weekend, but next weekend. Obviously, it will all get ripped out with all new stuff for Florifest, I take it.
It will indeed. Florifest is coming.
Florifest, 2 weeks Saturday, so not this weekend.
2023 is coming next weekend.
Are we doing a preview beforehand, or...?
Yeah, we're doing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
What? No, we're not. We will be doing, though, the Thursday show. Friday afternoon show. We're going to do a special Friday afternoon pre-show show.
No, we're not. We're Friday evening.
All right, Friday evening pre-show show. Pre-show show.
Warm-up, the setup show.
The setup show, which normally involves us running around figuring out where all the tables are going to go.
Yes, and drinking.
And drinking, yes. So we'll be doing that.
They're obviously virtual tables, not real tables.
Yes, we'll be having virtual tables now, because that's all quite good. So that will be on the 22nd, Friday the 22nd it starts in the evening, 7:30, and then we're going to run right the way through to Sunday at 4 o'clock.
So what we're going to do as well is a studio tour of everybody's studio.
You're not doing mine.
Yes, we are.
Not until I've time.
It's now official. Everybody's cave is having a tour of all your shite and crap.
And you wouldn't say that if yours was a mess. So mine's a mess, so you got no chance.
You're only saying that. Oh, John was all right, because I did notice Mr. Buller completely gutted his shed.
Let's be honest, we all want to see Nathan's, don't we?
What, to pan round?
Yours not that bad, I don't think.
Mine's terrible.
Well, you got a week for Shell to do it for you, so before.
But I ain't got time. I ain't got the time to do it because I need to get this done. And I just haven't got the time to Might spend, I might get some done this weekend, but she's out Sunday, so.
Oh dear.
No. Never mind. But no, we will do that. We'll do a studio tour. And if we have any guests on, they've got to do it as well. Just saying. So, take us round your space with that. So again, don't forget. So it's going to be actually on, what dates did I say? I ought to have them written down in front of me, but I keep forgetting. It's going to be on the 22nd, Friday the 22nd, 7:30 will start. And then it's going to be on the 23rd and 24th this year.
Anyway, I can't show my room because I've got people's paperwork and works paperwork in the way with addresses and names and things. So that's against health and safety and things. So
yes, was it data protection? That's the one. Data protection.
Data protection, not health and safety.
Yes,
that's a different thing altogether.
Yes,
not that we know what it is, but that's a different thing altogether.
No, health and safety is not big around here.
Yes.
Even Vaseline.
Not Vaseline, but you can put a bit of Vaseline on the screen. For people who don't know what's going to happen, you need to watch our Christmas special and watch the outtakes from this, because this is like the 7th attempt. Just saying. Anyway, Matt, next to you, we're moving on quickly, otherwise we're going to be here all week. Matt, next to you, show us that box you've got.
So the fly-up that we mentioned earlier,
Yes.
like the power of magic, it's turned up.
Yes, it's here now.
So this is a fly-up kit that we mentioned, and people always ask what you sort of get, don't you? Because we're never really doing box reviews or whatever, but because this is a slow week, we might as well.
Yes.
You get a nice little poster.
You get a poster.
For the bedroom.
For the bedroom,
yes.
yeah. To get next to your Lamborghini on page 3 model, if that's still
or
a
Linda
thing.
Lusardi.
Yeah. Look.
Oh, hello. Is it the staples are extra?
The instructions.
What's all that about then?
What's all that?
That's sort of the instructions. That's a bit different, and
What's your colour schemes?
yeah, that's a bit different, isn't it? Some nice, sort of got interior detail as well, but you can't see on that camera.
Well, we know it's fully
So what
detailed.
you
but
do
we just
get,
look at
and
the
this
thing.
is the exciting part, there's your wheels, so you do get 4 wheels.
All right.
Right, okay. Is one saggy and one not then?
Well, you know,
Back to Vaseline again.
that's not for me to say. I think it is, yeah, I think one's weight on and one's not, can't really tell. But you get
Post-it notes.
Why?
You get there's your
Have they
set
got
up.
anything written on the post-it notes, or is it just a white pack of
Just
post-it
a
notes?
fly up on the back.
Oh, it's
Say
got
it's
something
on the
written
front.
on them.
No, it's just a post-it note.
That's
Okay.
Oh, it's got a ship on it.
Oh, okay.
Or something on the top. I don't know. I think that's a ship or at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a bit bizarre, but you get some post-it notes, and then there's your mass set and your sort of decals,
Cool.
and then some bits in the plump.
I bet you
Actually,
somebody at File has been on Amazon and ordered 100 packs of post-it notes and ended up with 10,000
Well,
packs of post-it
this
notes.
is
Yeah. Ordering error.
We'll give them away.
this is like the Profi Pack boxing of it,
Yes.
because there is a standard boxing of it where you just get the kit, I think, and none of the goodies. But
Yeah.
we ordered in the special
edition, isn't
special
it?
edition one. No. But look, actually, I'll tell you what, the actual kit itself looks really nice detail.
There's a lot of sprues per second, isn't it?
It's,
It is, yeah, it is full on, isn't it, for a 72nd scale kit?
yeah, and then you've got ribbon on the inside, thingy cowling, look, one-piece cowling.
Nice.
It's a really nice little kit, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, there's the dive brakes, look, and they're all drilled.
Yeah. Nice.
They've got the holes in them. It actually does look a really cracking little kit. Like I say, full interior. I don't know if you can see that on the cam, but you can
Not
see
really.
the rigging and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you do
Nice.
get a normal set of wheels, and obviously, like I say, your resin ones.
And they're in Ziploc bags, look. Which
And they're in
makes reviewing them
Ziploc bags,
easy.
so Phil did review it.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have to sell it cheap.
No, that's it. I'll wipe my DNA from it, and it's
Actually,
fine.
not bad little kit, that.
No, nice box art as well,
Nice
and with the
little kit.
poster.
So we've had that come in, look, which was the K version of the 109.
Yeah.
This was a pre-order, so they're going out today. For everybody who's paid. So somebody was moaning about the colour schemes or something on the box or something. Was it?
It's
Okay.
one of them's got grey wings, hasn't it? But then RLMO2, and it's basically standard body, but it's got grey wings. From what I've heard, it's one that's in an Australian museum.
Okay.
Or a collector. But there's no reason why. But the wings were changeable, so.
Yeah,
Well, there's only 4 bolts, so just to hold them on, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think there's one at is it Hendon? I think there's one that's got different wings on it.
Is it actually the top or the underneath? Because it's that one up.
It's the top. That's that one, isn't it? Yeah. Is it that one?
That's on the box art where it's got only different? Yeah.
I think it's fair. I think it shows up more on the one that's been modelled. It's on Edard's website.
Right.
Or on the Facebook pages.
Yeah, nice little booklet. So this is the last version of the 109, isn't it, the K? Because I think we've covered the G's and the F's and the E's, haven't they? So
if you don't include the
limited edition first boxing, so
if you don't include the after-war.
Yeah. So that's in. Is Bill's favourite piece, the Sunderland.
Sunderland, there we go. Really nice.
That's Special Hobby Sunderland, the U-boat killer one. It's a Mark III, which is probably the one most people would build, the white one, going back to the old AFX kit, isn't it, really, from the 50s or whenever it was first tooled. So, got to like a Sunderland, aren't you, with that Phil? I like the Sunderland.
It was nice.
Cool.
One of them, isn't it? And then,
didn't it?
here's Mr. Warburton.
Oh, that's it.
In his Maryland.
Very nice.
Quite a famous pilot, did a lot, Adrian Warburton. I didn't realise how decorated he was.
What are you saying, though? He didn't do a lot of landing, though?
It was not great.
It wasn't the best. Yeah, wasn't the best landing, was he?
Yeah, we're the best pilot by the sounds of it, but really good at whatever. So interesting. If you've not read about him or whatever, Adrian Warburton, sounds like it's worth a read. His book or an autobiography or biography or whatever you want to call it. Whoever's done it, interesting character, I think.
Yes.
So yeah, that's the Maryland from Special Hobby. So
yes, I must admit, a few people have said to me, you ought to, because obviously I didn't know anything about that one at all, and we were like, who's Warburton? And a few people said to me, is that, because obviously a lot of people know Sharky Ward. He was the Navy pilot. He's a bit like Marmite. You either love him or hate him. Very controversial character at the time. Apparently he was he's the World War II version. So...
Yeah, I like I said, I didn't know much about it until I got educated by a phone call, which is like, right, okay. But I think John Muller read the book. It's either John or Nathan's read the book.
Oh right, okay.
So yeah, sounds an interest, because he was around Malta, weren't he? Around the Med.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not being funny, but that's not looking the most elegant aeroplane to bomb around. And he actually shot down a 109, I think it was. With him somehow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, fair play to the bloke.
Cool. Nice.
Because I think they were just given to us in the French because the Americans didn't want it. It was that bad.
Yeah.
Usual thing.
Basically. So, yes.
Anyway, over to pre-orders. We've obviously got the last call for the pre-order for the Gannet. This is going to close. When are we thinking of closing it, guys?
Tomorrow.
Okay, so it's your last option to get it up. You've got the retail price is up at 55 quid. Obviously, we're doing it at £49.49. And so, yeah, if you want to grab it, put your name down, members, now to secure it at that price, because we're going to close it tomorrow. The order will go in with Airfix, and then obviously they'll be out to us and then out to you guys as well. So, no problem. So, last call for an Airfix Gannet. Looking forward to that. I'm going to have one. I
did notice that the old Accurate Miniatures ones took a dive now on pricing.
Oh, is it? That's it now.
Enough. That's it. Yeah. So
I should have sold mine before it. It's just there.
Yeah. Let's just say now that's a collector's kit, because I don't think many people will build it because they just want to build the Airfix one, won't they? So
definitely. Yeah.
You never know. Yeah.
Cool. So anyway, if you do want it, members, grab it now. Go and do it, because otherwise, as I say, it's going to close down tomorrow, and then we've got to get in. Hold on, we're about to get buzzed by something big.
We'll have a look what it is then.
It's a Merlin. So if you can hear it, he's going to go down the back.
Can hear him.
Hello, it's a Chinook.
You
Got a
can hear
Chinook
it.
going
I can
over.
hear that.
Yeah. So you can hear it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's low level because all of a sudden you just hear it straight away. So he's low. So not as good as that A400 the other day. I really wish I was filming for that because that's probably the lowest thing and noise thing we've ever had over here because he was at 200 feet straight over the house. So yeah, that was good. Right. Okay. So we got that one, and the other big news is the Edard have released the Frogfoot
Yes.
as well. So again, wasn't that the box art they did for the last one? I can't remember actually. I'm pretty sure because that's the one. The first time it went to React, wasn't it? In the and they put the frog on the back.
The box art
those
that you
markings.
did was a
Shark.
Yeah, I know I did, but the one that came with the kit. I know. I'll tell you who it was. It's the Trumpeter 32nd one. That's in those markings as well.
oh, right.
Yeah. So
So these are all in Czech or
Check.
no? I
Czech
think
or
there's
Czech.
Czech as well, aren't they? Czech and is it I can't remember what they are. It's Czech
Well, I
and
thought
something
they were all
else.
Czech, to be honest.
No.
Some good, decent schemes. Some, funnily enough, some boring schemes, some really good ones, isn't there? Because me and Andy had a lot, to be honest. It is up on Edard's or Edward or whatever we pronounce it
Brian,
today.
whatever we're
Oh,
calling
yeah,
it
Brian's
this week.
website. It's on Brian's website, yeah. Yeah.
So yes. So anyway, if you do fancy one of those members, stick your name in the hat, and we'll get one of those. What we got it up for? We got it up for £51.99.
He'll be having one.
So yeah, I might do actually.
You know what? It would go nice with your older one that you did.
I did.
And you've
Yes.
still got that in your cabinet, haven't you?
I have still got it in the cabinet, I think.
But that's-
It might have been retired upstairs now into a box in the loft, but yeah.
That's got to be 20-year-old, hasn't it?
Well, the old KP one, yeah, that I did, yeah. I think it's quite that. It's got to be at least 15 to 18 years old, that one.
At
Yeah.
least.
So
At
then
least.
I did it, because it was one of the very early video builds, so...
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no. Anyway, brand new up-to-date one, so you're good with that one. You can get that one right now.
Yeah.
The other one as well is the Fulmer. Fairy Fulmer.
That's an interesting one, isn't it?
So, yes. if you do
Jumping back
fancy
to
one
the
of those-
best of pulling out something you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because we often said that Trumpeter had that real thing for doing not well-known British, a lot of Navy aircraft, and obviously RAF stuff as well. But again, yeah, seeing that one come out of the bat is very nice as well. So if you do fancy a Fulmer Mark 1, we've got that one up there at £43.19. So yeah, something a little bit different, because we've got one of those, isn't it, at Yeovilton as you go in.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty sure it's the Fulmer, isn't it, which is sat there.
Yeah.
Is it four more?
Is it
Got
the Fulmer?
Firefly,
Is it the other
haven't
one?
they?
Firefly, isn't it?
Is it
Firefly.
Firefly, is it?
Folded. Yeah, it's Firefly, yeah.
Oh, was it? I didn't know if it was a Fulmer or Firefly, but yeah, very nice anyway. Something a little bit different, definitely. I often can't work out. If you look at it, it looks just like a Hurricane, doesn't it? Because
With
obviously
a-
it's sort of Hurricane-esque front with the...
With an air conditioning unit under it.
Yeah,
underneath.
with an AC unit underneath it. Well, he has to, because he's in a greenhouse in the back. So, he's probably freezing. That's the difference, though, isn't it? He's got a nice suntan and freezing. But, yeah, something a little bit different. If you fancy one of those, be very nice indeed.
So we've got a
And,
fleet air collection, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. If you're into your fleet stuff.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one we're going to have to close this very shortly is for the Stuka. This is obviously the classic 24th scale one. Again, this is going to have to end sharpish, isn't it? I think, to get our order in.
Yes, it is. Yes, pretty much end of the week, I would say.
Yeah. Okay. So if you want to get your name down for that one as well, normally it's like 97 quid. We've got it up there at 87 quid. So if you want to grab one of those members, please pop your name down right now, and obviously we'll do those. Usual thing with all the pre-orders, we don't charge or invoice you or anything until we've actually got them. As soon as we got them, Andy will be on it like Sonic, and he'll be sending you out an invoice for payment, and then we can get it straight out to you.
Absolutely.
Good job. Absolutely. So yes, right. So that's those. Over to questions. We haven't got a ton of them, but we've got a couple. One of them is from David, and he's basically saying about an observation more than a question. He said, every UK model shop that I can find for the little Bandai stroke Revel Razor Crest in 144, which surprised me as it looked half the size of the Revel 72nd one. He said, I can't find a scale for it on the box. The dimensions state that the 72nd one is 34 centimetres, and the little one is about 11 centimetres. He says, I won't bore you or dazzle you with his GCSE maths, but he reckons it should be around about 1 to 223 scale. He goes, he's checked the Revels website, and they've got it listed there at 1 to 220. Although they chop and change between inches and millimetres. Happy day for a maths teacher, link below. Strange one. Just to muddy the waters even more though, scale mates have got it up at 1 to 350 scale on the link below.
Yeah, but it's not actually got a scale on it, has it? So
No. And that's the thing, isn't it?
A made up, sci-fi vehicle.
But his point is, and I somewhat get the last point. The rest of it, I'm thinking, I don't care. But the one is, he was saying, unless he's got something wrong, my plan to park it next to the Bandai's Boba Fett Slave 1, it won't look quite right. So, yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting point, I must admit.
It's definitely not 1/4 scale.
No, it's definitely not 1/4. I thought it was around about 1 to 220. I thought that's how they'd actually done it. But you are quite correct. If it's a 1/4 Slave 1, it's not going to look right next to that.
You have to do the old perspective view.
But in forced perspective, have the smaller one at the back and the bigger one in the foreground, and do it that way. But you do make a valid point, because if you were doing it for a diorama or something, a display, and it's massively out. So, but that's the trouble, I think, with sci-fi in general. It's all like ifs, buts, and what ifs, The
thing is, I'm not feeling pretty to Bandai, but it is a bit odd. It's not scaled. Even their triangular thing.
The Star Destroyers.
It's like 1 to 700 scale, or whatever it's marked up as. But it has actually got a scale. So, how actually have they designed that without a scale? It's got to have some sort of scale because of
course it does.
Done it.
Yeah.
It's really odd. Yeah, the odd one. But I was very surprised with the size of the box when it turned up.
Yeah. Underwhelmed.
On one of our suppliers, it says 1 to 114. 144.
I know. It's definitely not that.
It's definitely not 1.44 scale, that.
No.
Because with the little Boba Fett thing, didn't you? You actually got little Boba Fett.
Yeah. You got the figure. Yeah.
You got the figure, didn't you? Have you got that kit?
No.
No.
Not here. You mean the 72nd one?
No, I meant the Bandai one.
Yeah, no, I haven't got it here.
Have you never had it?
I've never had it because it's a bit too small for me. I've got the Revell big ones. Wherever Slave 1 is, unless I can't see Slave 1 actually, perhaps Slave 1's gone back. But I've got obviously the Razor Crest down here.
Do you mean Boba Fett Starship?
Oh yeah, sorry, yes. Can't say Slave anymore. So yes, that's a good point actually. I haven't got that one here, but I have got obviously the Razor Crest.
Okay.
But yeah, interesting. Very
interesting
point
though.
It does make an interesting point because it would be a real Okay, Christopher says, question about using Hatakalakas. Just use them for the first time properly over a full build. He's doing the Edard 109 G6. Thin the Hataka 50-50 and then sprayed some cases over primer and a few parts with no primer on the plastic. I found that after masking and using the D-Tac Tamiya, some paint would come away. Usually just small splinters, not large patches. This happened on both the primed and non-primed surfaces. I suspect I didn't clean the model quite well enough before painting. Would have thought I haven't had this ever using Tamiya acrylics, which is my usual paint. Any ideas why?
Yeah, they're very delicate for a lack of paint, to be honest, attackers. I could understand if it had pulled off over the non-prime bit, because it definitely needs a primer to grip to.
Yeah.
Have you keyed your primer, or you just gone straight over your primer? What primer have you used? Was it like super duper smooth?
And also, did it pull it off when you've said it's come away, has it taken the primer with it? If that makes sense.
Or just the paint.
Or just the actual Hataka paint. Because obviously if it's taken the primer with it, this means the primer didn't stick. I must admit, I've never had a problem with it doing. The only thing I would say, you're thinning it 50-50. I always thin Hatakas definitely more like the 70-30.
Yeah.
Because they are quite thick paint. So I would thin it a little bit more. It just sounds like it's a little bit thick. You do get your money's worth with them. They're like real colours. You know, I always thin all real colours and pretty much all lacquers, 70%.
The other thing as well is how quickly did you mask over it? Because if it's not cured properly, again, you've got a good chance of probably peeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because I well over thin when I did the B25, but I didn't mask over it for something. I can't remember what I did it for. But I'd left it a bit because it was in between, obviously, the video in it, obviously the video built, and I did put it to one side and leave it, and actually I didn't have any problem. So you've got that. Any paint, you've really got to bear in mind, obviously, the drying, curing time of it actually, you know, going fully hard.
Yeah, definitely.
So, just, you have to give us a bit more information on that for tomorrow night's show. And
Christopher, do us a follow-up on tomorrow night's show as well.
John had a lot of trouble with Attacker peeling on him, and he fell out of love with it big time. So he might be one to ask again of why you can't use it properly, because it's useless.
It's user error, I would say.
It's always user error all the time.
It's weird because we were actually talking about it last night, and John said that he struggled with Attacker paints.
There you go.
Bizarrely.
Yeah, I must admit, I like them. They just work for me. I've never had trouble with peeling in my life with them. But again, I sometimes think you just need to let them properly dry. You know, let them go completely off before you start masking and rubbing down. And also, when you're masking, even, you know, I don't, you know, burr it in or anything else like that. I literally just lay it on and a light wipe and detack it. And when you're taking it off, I'm not like whipping it off. I'm always like rolling it back nice and careful. So maybe it just needs to be a little bit more care with it. But once they're on, Hatakas is pretty rock hard, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, again, is he using their own thinners, or is he using like a leveling thinner or rapid thinner or something with it as well? Because their own thinner is a really nice thinner, but it's very mild for a lacquer thinner.
Yeah.
So again, that can be factored in as well. So we need a bit more info. So
do us a follow up on that one, Chris.
We will put you in. We'll book you in the clinic.
Yes, we'll put you in the clinic for tomorrow night.
We'll have to have a booking system like proper doctors.
Yeah, so that's it.
Which we can answer your question in a month's time.
In a month's time, probably.
The phone lines are open from 8 o'clock to 1 minute past.
Yes, that's it. And they'll be engaged anyway. Right, okay. So Oscar says, question about the Great Wall Hobby flanker. Do you know how to use the film part? Peel them away or cut them? Can't figure it out.
I'm just literally been looking at the instructions. Because they're not in the original version, that boxing that I've got, that I did a review of on Floor Models ages and ages ago. I think they're obviously in the later version, and I think you must have to cut them out.
Is it like, are we talking like, you know, when you get like heads-up displays and that?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
I thought it was just literally like the film. You get a little, because it's obviously very thin plastic.
You do, yeah.
You know, and it's got an outline for it normally where to cut, isn't it? And you just go and cut it out and then stick it on.
Yeah, I think it's exactly that. I don't think I mean, it doesn't say anything on the instructions about peeling it, or it just shows you, it just says film, and there's two different versions of it. And then looking at the part layout, it just shows you, as in like, you know, it would, there's photo etch and decals and whatever, just a square, and it just says film on it.
Because I've had it before where you get, obviously, you used to get in the old days, when it all kit skid with a black and white, sorry, the black, and it was clear, then you'd paint the back a bit white so the dials would show up and you'd stick it in. And I've had it on some aircraft as well where you'd have like, you know, the dials, if you like, or for displays like squares and rectangles, you cut them out and then you stick them on. But I never used to bother because it's you PVA glue them, because you can't glue them in place particularly well, so I never used to bother. But obviously using them for heads-up displays, it's a scale effect for the glass, you know, so that's quite nice.
I think it's.
I think the Harrier might have come with it.
Yeah, it slots into part of the heads-up display.
Yeah, so it's definitely
Yeah,
the film
I
for
definitely
it.
think it is a cut piece rather than being a. But if you run something over it where the line is, you should be able to fit. If it's pre-cut, you should be able to feel like the the cut mark on it. But I'd imagine you have to cut along the inside of the black line and
then just pop it on.
Yeah.
Cool, very good. Right, okay then, guys. Well, we can leave it right there, thank God, because this show needs about 8 million hours of editing. Watch out for the Christmas special.
And if it looked like I'd been crying halfway through, it's because I had.
Right, okay, so members, don't forget, we'll be live with you tomorrow night at 7:30 because we've got the members show. So if you guys have got any questions, bits and pieces, post them up in the forum and we'll answer them for you there. I'll be back with you on Friday for the final part of Harrier. That'll be up with you as well, and obviously with the roundup show and stuff like that. And then obviously we've got the weekend. Then next week it'll be the run up to Flory Fest as well. So we've got various things going on, bits and pieces. So keep an eye out for that. Full on. And then next weekend, obviously don't forget, starting on Friday night, we'll be with you live as well, doing building demos, techniques, like we said on yesterday's show. If you've got anything you'd like us to see or do, please let us know in advance, and then obviously we can prep for it. Because obviously when you turn around and say, can you show us how to figure paint, you're like, yeah, I need a bit of warning for that. So if you can let us know, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Don't forget, you get all your usual bits and pieces over at the PM store. Just pop over to pmmodelsuk.com and you can go down in there. Obviously keep open eye out for the special areas because they do change as well.
Just so I remember, can you just nip to the tool section last off?
All right, yes.
We still have a few left.
We've got a few of the old God hands.
Of the old God hand snips. So, where's yours, Andy? Come on.
Wave your God hands, everybody.
Wave your hands in the air. There we go. So yeah, we've got some of these left. We sold quite a few after yesterday's show, what me and Phil did. But we have got some, and obviously it is a bit of a stock item, but recommended to grab them while they're in the UK.
Yes, definitely.
And they're at a decent price.
A decent price, that's the thing, isn't it?
Really good price to finish for what you get. Really good bit of kit. Definitely worth adding to the toolbox.
Definitely.
You agree?
Oh, absolutely.
Without a doubt,
yeah, 100%.
I mean, I've got
very nice.
2 pairs now.
There you go.
You can't
That's it.
have
By 2,
pairs
you
of
need
them.
back up.
It's got a backup. That's it.
Well,
Right,
it's actually
okay then,
30,
guys. Oh, yeah, we won't mention that. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us this morning. It's an absolute pleasure. So you get all your bits over at the PM store, and if not, we'll see you all again very soon. Say goodbye, gentlemen. We're out of here.
Bye.
Bye.